Welcome to video class, an introduction to operational amplifier. I am Dr. G. Mehboob Basha, working as Associate Professor of Physics at Osmania College, Kurnool. The presentation context is introduction, schematic representation, pin configuration, different types of op-amp ICs available in market, internal circuitry of an op-amp, block diagram, ideal and practical characteristics of an op-amp. Let us see first what is an op-amp. Op-amp is an integrated circuit. This pic showing you the IC741 op-amp. So it is made up of with 20 transistors and few resistors and capacitor. By using micro thin film technology, it was invented by Schwartzel when he was working at Bell Labs USA. So it is primarily designed for performing mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, differentiation, integration, and also to solve second order differential equations. Hence it is called operational amplifier. So operational amplifier in short called as op-amp. Op-amps are simple, wonderful building blocks for making analog computers. So advantages of an op-amp. So it is a high gain amplifier to be used with a versatile negative feedback arrangement. Its input impedance is high and output impedance is low. So it can generate and amplify the signals over the frequencies from 0 Hz to several megahertz. Now to understand the advantages of an op-amp, know more about transistor characteristics. Why? Because this IC741 is made up of a transistor. The transistor having three terminals, an electronic device having three terminals. One is called emitter, base, collector. We use transistor in three configuration modes. One is common base, the other is common emitter, next common collector. In common base configuration, when we use it can amplify only high frequencies. If you are using transistor in CE configuration, it can amplify audio frequencies. Means the transistor connected in CE configuration cannot amplify high frequencies. The transistor connected in CB configuration cannot amplify audio frequencies. But here this IC741, it can amplify from 0 Hz to several megahertz. This is the advantage of IC741. Next, its input impedance is high and output impedance is low. It is very important characteristic of any IC. Next, it can be easily designed of required gain by using negative feedback arrangement. This is also most important characteristic advantage of op-amp. Why op-amp IC is popular? Why? Because it is compact in size, low price, reliability, and easy to design. Now, other than mathematical operations, we can use op-amp as an amplifier, as an oscillator, as a multivibrator. Like for many applications we are using op-amp. Let us see what is an amplifier. Amplifier means an electronic circuit. It increases the strength of the weak signal. Now we can use IC741 as inverting amplifier. So inverting amplifier means when we give a weak signal at the input, we will get amplified inverted signal at the output. Here the phase difference between input and output signal is 180 degrees, hence the amplifier is called inverting amplifier. We can use op-amp as non-inverting amplifier. When we give a weak signal at the input, sinusoidal signal, we will get amplified sinusoidal at the output. It means the phase difference between input and output is 0 degrees, hence the amplifier is called non-inverting amplifier. Next, we can use IC741 as difference amplifier. Difference amplifier is nothing but it amplifies the difference between two input signals. Here, so all these amplifiers we are using in all audio systems like in tape recorder, radio, TV, and in public address systems we can find amplifiers. Next, we can use op-amp for oscillators. So what is an oscillator? An electronic circuit, it generates sinusoidal signals of its own on its own. Now in TV, radio, telecom communications, we are using oscillators. In radar systems and also in satellite communications, we are using oscillators. multivibrator. So we can design op amp as different types of multivibrators, astable, monostable, bistable like. So it is also called digital signal. So multivibrator can be defined as an electronic circuit. It generates square waves on its own with positive feedback. So all analog electronic devices now converted into digital devices. Now we are living in digital era. All TV, radio, computer, all are converted into digital devices. Next we will see the other applications of op amp. We can use op amp as current follower, voltage follower, comparator and filter. So current follower is nothing but the circuit, it converts current into voltage. In digital multimeters we are using current follower. Voltage follower means the output voltage follows the input voltage irrespective of the load. For impedance matching purpose we use voltage follower circuit. Comparator circuit, it means it compares the two inputs, nothing but it is a difference amplifier. We are using in oscillators, multivibrators, in voltage regulators this circuit. Filter circuits we are using in telecommunication, in radio communications we are using IC741 as filter circuit, low pass, high pass, band pass filters. Next we will see schematic representation of an op amp. The op amp can be represented by triangle shape with two input terminals. One is called inverting input, the other is called non-inverting input, with one output. We will apply input voltage with respect to the ground and we will take the output voltage with respect to the ground. Next we will see the pin configuration of an op amp. The op amp IC is available with 8 pins, 741 available with 8 pins, 4 pins right side and 4 pins left side. This picture showing you the top view of an op amp. Here the pin numbers follows like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 in downward direction left side and 5, 6, 7, 8 in upward direction. Means we should remember this dot when it is in upward, we have to count the pin numbers in anti-clockwise direction. The second pin is inverting input, third pin is non-inverting input and sixth pin is the output. 1 and 5 pins are offset null adjustment. 4 and 7 pins are negative and positive power supplies. So op amp to work we need a dual power supply, minus 15 volts, 0 and 15 millivolts, 15 volts. Here 0 is nothing but a ground here. 8th is no connection, it is a dummy pin. Why it is called 741? Why? Because out of 8 pins, 7 pins are functional pins and 4 taking input. 1, 2, 3 and 5th pins are taking input and 6th pin is the output. So it is called as 741. Next we will see the op amp pin configuration of metallic IC741. This IC741 can withstand for high temperatures. Generally we use in laboratories. It is also having 8 pins. The pin configuration showing you the IC741 top 8, 1 offset, 2 inverting, 3 non-inverting, 4 V minus, 5 offset, 6 out, 7 V plus and 8 is a no connection. Here we should remember this pin, it is nearby this terminal is a no connection pin. So we count the pins of IC in anti-clockwise direction. Next we will see different types of op amp ICs. LM747, LM358, LM324, LM339 like different types of op amp ICs available in market. Let us see LM747. In LM747 is a 14 pins IC with 2 op amps available. Here we no need to take a dual power supply. Here V minus is a common for both op amps and V plus to operate first op amp we have to apply positive voltage to 13 pin here. To operate second op amp we have to apply positive voltage to 9th pin here. So we can use 2 pins simultaneously, 2 op amps simultaneously here in LM747. Next you will see LM358. ఈ LM358 op amp IC is available in the market with 8 pins. Here 2 and 3 are the inputs of first op amp, 1 is the output, 5 and 6 terminals are inputs of second op amp, 7 is the output. Here we don't want to take a dual power supply. Normal power supply is enough to bias these two op amps here. The difference between LM747 and LM358 is here we don't find offset pins, means where we need more accurate results, then you can use 747. Otherwise LM358 it is easy to remember and also easy to operate. It no need to take dual power supply also. LM324 and LM339 ICs also available in the market with 4 op amps. Here also we don't want to take dual power supply. Normal power supply is enough. Here we will find 4 op amps. Layout just is different between these two pins. Next we will see internal circuitry. So already I told you. So op amp consists of nearly 20 transistors engraved on a single chip, where Q1, Q2 transistors forming the basic differential amplifier. Here these two transistors are well matched transistors connected in CC configuration. Q3, Q4 transistors are connected in CB configuration. Q1, Q2 transistor gain is 100 and Q3, Q4 transistor gain is 4. This arrangement will provide to reduce the small bias currents of this op amp. Next, the collectors of Q3, Q4 are connected to Q5, Q6 and Q7 arrangement. Here this Q5, Q6, Q7 arrangement acting as active load, and also they are called as a constant current source. They play very important role in working of op amp. So they should maintain constant currents in the collectors of Q3 and Q4. Here 2 is the inverting input and 3 is the non-inverting input of IC. Here 5 and 1 is the offset of IC. This blue dotted line indicates a basic differential amplifier in an IC. Now here the output of this basic differential amplifier is connected to second differential amplifier for further gain. Here Q15 and Q19 forming the Darlington pair. Because of this Darlington pair, so the thousands of times gain increasing and input impedance also increasing. Here the DC voltage is added because of the high gain amplifiers. The DC voltage is added, so the DC voltage is removed by the DC level shifter. So here for the purpose of DC level shifter Q16 transistor using, and then it is fed back to the output stage where Q14 and Q20 form the complementary circuit as a power amplifier or emitter follower. It is also called emitter follower to have low output impedance, where 6 is the output terminal and 4 is a negative terminal and 7 is a positive terminal to bias this transistors. Here the transistor, because of this mismatching, no two transistors have the same value of beta, though Q1, Q2 are identical, but no two transistor will have the same value of beta. Because of this factor, here a small leakage current flows in the input terminals of the op amp. Such current is called input bias currents. The average of these two is called offset current. Because of this leakage current, some output available at the output, this voltage is called output offset voltage. Actually this voltage is error voltage, unwanted voltage. That voltage may be in terms of minus 180 millivolts to plus 180 millivolts. Now to make this output offset voltage 0, we should apply some input voltage is called input offset voltage between 1 and 5. Next we will see the block diagram of an op amp. The first stage of differential amplifier is a double-ended differential amplifier having two input terminals. One is called inverting input, the other is called non-inverting input, having two outputs. And second stage differential amplifier having 2 inputs and 1 output. It is used for further gain. Third one is a DC level shifter having input 1 input and 1 output. And fourth box is a power amplifier. It is also called emitter follower to have low output impedance. Now the entire parameters of op amp IC741 depends on the first stage difference amplifier. One is gain stability, the other is offset current, offset voltage, slew rate, CMRR, noise, bandwidth. All these parameters are depends on the functioning of first stage difference amplifier, where the gain of open loop, when we are using op amp without feedback, the gain is very high. Under ideal condition, it taken as infinity. Practically, its value is 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of 7. To control the gain, we use op amp with feedback arrangement. So here we have to apply negative feedback arrangement across the op amp to control its gain. The offset current means because of this base currents, it is in order of nanoamperes, causes output voltage here called offset voltage. It is unwanted voltage. So this voltage can be nullified by applying input voltage, that is called input offset voltage. Next to slew rate. This slew rate is a frequency connected parameter. When we apply the signals at input, so this signal has to pass through the 40 transistors. Because of this, the output signal delayed with respect to the input signal. Means the output signal does not respond as early as with respect to the input. That can be measured by this slew rate. This problem arises in op amp above 5 kilohertz. It can be defined as the maximum time rate of change of output voltage without distortion is called slew rate. Its value should be advisable 0.6 volts per microsecond. CMRR. CMRR, it can be defined as the ratio of differential gain to common mode gain is called CMRR. So here this value should be, ideally its value is infinity, but practically its value is limited to 80 decibel to 120 decibel. So all these input parameters depend on the first stage of difference amplifier. Next we will see ideal and practical characteristics. So the gain of an op amp, ideally it's infinity and practically 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of 7. Its input impedance is infinity ideal value, practically very high. Means here input impedance, when under open loop condition, input impedance of op amp is very high, but once we connect a feedback network, negative feedback network, the input resistor will decide the input impedance of the op amp. So we should select ZI value should be very high. Next, output impedance is ideal value is 0, but practically low value. Offset current. So offset current ideal value is 0, but practically we should get less than 600 nanoamperes. Offset voltage ideal value is 0, but practically we get minus 180 millivolts to plus 180 millivolts. It is unwanted voltage that should be neglected. Slew rate, its ideal value is infinity, practically from 0.6 volts to, it should be less than 0.6 volts per microsecond. CMRR, its ideal value is infinity, practically its value lies between 80 decibel to 120 decibel. These are the very important parameters of IC741. So in the next session we will see inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier. Thank you.